All right, this is our first lesson for this quarter as far as grammar goes, and we're going to be looking at complete and correct sentences, which should, for the most part, be a review. By the end of this video lesson, we all should be able to explain what a subject and a predicate are. We should be able to identify subjects and predicates in sentences, and we should be able to identify sentences and sentence fragments, which we have already done. So again, looking at this, most of this is a review, but we want to make sure that everybody's starting out with a really clear idea of what exactly a complete sentence is. The first part we're going to focus on will be subjects and predicates. So when we're looking at the subject of the sentence, I like to say that is the what or who. And when we're looking at the predicate, that's the something they do. So it rhymes, the what or who and the something they do. Those are the two things that will make up a complete sentence. If we're looking at the sentence, my dog ate my homework, the subject, the what or the who, is my dog. And then the predicate, or what he did, the something they do, is ate my homework. All right, so let's take a look at my bicycle is broken. If you were to go into this saying, okay, I have to find the subject, I have to find the predicate, take a second right now and think, what would I choose? What's the subject? What's the predicate? All right, the subject, or what's highlighted in purple, is my bicycle. And then the predicate, the something they do, that's highlighted in blue, is broken. So my bicycle is broken. Let's look at this one. My purple water bottle leaks. If you were to look at this and say, what's the subject, what's the predicate, what would you tell me? The subject is all of this in purple, my purple water bottle. That is the subject. The predicate, the thing that it does, is just leaks. So sometimes one or the other of these can be very, very short. In this case, the subject, my purple water bottle, is much longer than the predicate, which is just one word, leaks. All right, let's try this one. The pen I got for Christmas went missing. What's the subject? What's the predicate? The pen I got for Christmas is the subject. Went missing is the predicate. Now, if you look, there is this word got, that is a verb. It's in the subject though, because it's the pen I got for Christmas. It's this little piece that's sort of more information about the pen. So the pen I got for Christmas, the whole thing together is the subject, and the predicate is went missing. Let's try this one. This one's a little trickier because it's a question, and questions in English are they're completely out of order. So look at this and decide who's doing the action and what are they doing. And here's where this gets a little tricky with questions, because the subject is just you, and then the predicate is do remember our first grade teacher. It just is. Part 2, sentence and fragments. This is where this should be a review from last quarter when we talked about what makes a sentence, what makes a fragment. Fragments are either just a subject or just a predicate, or, and this is going to make a lot more sense once we start talking about the types of sentences, they may contain both a subject and a predicate, but they start with one of our signal words and they don't have anything else. Like they're just a part of a sentence that needs something else to complete it. So some examples of fragments. My oldest friend. All right, this is just a subject. It's just the what or who part of the sentence. My oldest friend. Well, what did they do? They don't do anything. It's just a subject. Or offered him my sandwich. This is just the predicate. This is just the something they do. There's no what or who. We don't know who's offering him my sandwich. And this one is one of those tricky ones. Although I had never seen him ride a bike. Yes, if I got rid of this word although, this, the purple and the blue put together, I had never seen him ride a bike, could be a sentence. But this little word although means that it's that signal word that something else has to go after this. So we're going to use these 3 fragments and we're going to turn them into sentences, which contain both a subject and a predicate, and they're a complete thought. So the examples of sentences when we were talking about my oldest friend, well, this is not a sentence because it's only got the subject. My oldest friend has known me since we were babies. Okay, this makes much more sense now. Offered him my sandwich. Not a sentence, not a complete thought. It's only a predicate. We need to add a subject. I offered him my sandwich, and I should not have capitalized that O there. I forgot to change it. I will deduct a point from my grade. Although I had never seen him ride a bike. Okay, it's long, sure thing, but it is not a sentence because it starts with this signal word, although, and we will be learning the real word for those later. Although I had never seen him ride a bike, comma, I assumed he was pretty fast. So there's a little bit of a sentence here, and then there's a regular sentence, I assumed he was pretty fast, right there. All right, the next step in this process is that you are going to take the subjects, predicates, sentences, and fragments quiz. Good luck, and we'll see you on the next one.